what we have for the topic of discussion. This one is genuinely just going to be an adulteen series, and this one is going to be about making friends. Oh my gosh, I know as an adult it is very hard to make friends. I know this all too well. Trust me, it's very hard to make friends, and it's also hard to keep friends as an adult. And it's just one of those things to where I'm gonna get into it throughout the video, and I'm gonna have a message for you guys at the end too. So let's go ahead and let's get into it, okay? Making friends. I'm 22 years old, and when I tell you the amount of friends that I've made here in Houston, it's been very few. I'm one of those people where I slowly but surely have been learning what I like and what I don't like. And also, one thing that I've learned, whatever you know that you like or whatever you are asking for out of people, you have to make sure that you are willing to give the same. Don't ask for something that you cannot give. Don't. You don't have that capacity to, do that. So make sure that the energy that you are getting, or the energy that you are giving, that you're getting in return. Is very, very important that as an adult you learn how to speak up for yourself in friendships. Speak your mind. Don't be rude, but speak your mind. You are in control of your circle and the people around you, and it is up to you to constantly, you have to constantly create circles around your circle. I think my biggest problem at 22 is finding people that are not male-centered and consistent. I don't know what it is about Houston. I haven't really, even back home, I never really had much friends, but it reminds me of this TikTok video that I seen, and I resonated with it so much. I was always that person that, in high school and middle school, I was always just giving. And when I wouldn't receive the same energy back, I would just hop friend circle to friend circle. But sometimes I really did encounter really weird situations or really weird people, and I would just be like, nah, you're fake. No, fall back. But I wasn't always a saint either, because I would be doing stuff too. Especially when it came to high school, I would have my messy ways and my messy phases. But sometimes, and majority of the time, a decent friend or a pretty good friend. But I would be lying if I said all the time I was just this. I was just this girl's girl. I would be lying if I was just say that I was just an amazing friend to every single friend that I've had. No, it's just not. I would be a liar if I was to say that, because there was definitely some friendships that I do look back on and I'll be like, I could have handled this a little bit better. I could have handled this situation or this conflict a bit better. I could have communicated a bit better. But being older and being wiser, that's just a part of it. Reflecting on what you did, learning from it, and doing better. That's just point blank. I delete numbers, and I'm not ashamed to say it. You do not feel entitled to people's time, and be respectful. If you see, if you know that if you were in the same situation, that person they would not do the same for you, and if they've shown that, and if they don't overextend yourself. That's so rare to come across people that just that don't even ask for anything back in return, don't even need anything back in return, but just your loyalty, your friendship is that's just what it is to them. And it's just it's such a rare find. It's such a very rare find to find friends and to find people and that are on the same vibe, on that same timing as you. And one thing about it, as I'm starting to kind of get out more and be out, I just kind of sit back and I mind my business and I listen. And the more that you do that, especially in different settings where you're other people or people that you feel like you would dig or whatever, but sitting back, listening, I'm telling you, when you put that discernment on 10, I'm telling you, a whole lot more stuff would work out. So making friends is just it's so much harder than what it was in our teens. And I realized the fact was because in your teens and in your middle school age, you're basically forced to be around the same people 24/7. You're forced into proximity with these people. 5 days a week, you're with these people. If you play sports, then you're with them for a couple hours after school too. So it's just a proximity thing. So it's a bit better, But when you're outside of school and you're doing your own thing, it's a lot. If things just aren't aligning, or if people aren't putting in the effort, okay, if people are not putting in that effort and people aren't trying to make time, if you don't put in the effort, put in that footwork, it's not going to happen. And to this day, I would say there has been a lot of friendships that I have lost due to lack of effort from the person's behalf. Lack of effort, or just lack of, what's the word? I just had it. Lack of effort, or lack of transparency. I'm real big on transparency. If you feel like you have to like lie to me, or if you feel like you have to, like, I just don't do the lying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Trust, communication, effort, and loyalty. Oh my gosh, that's one that I just feel like a lot of people, what is that word nowadays? We live in a society, we live in a world, we live in a generation right now, so we're like, what are those words? Those words are just like, it's almost like it's a very rare find to find people that know what that is and what that's like and what that's about. And it's just sad, but it's true. But one thing that I feel like a lot of people, and like my mom, anybody in my family has always told me, like growing up, one thing that I take it to heart now, and I absolutely live by it: evil communication corrupts good manner. If you know, you know. Like, when my mom used to always have me recite that with her before I would go to school in the mornings, I never really, I would just always be like, okay, because I mean, I made good grades, I didn't get in trouble, so I was just like, okay, girl, like, yeah, evil communication corrupts good manner. But now, being older and like really like, man, evil communication corrupts good manner. True. It hits different now that I'm older and in my word. It hits different. Stop wishing and wanting that you have these big friend groups. Stop, like that's another thing. The social media has a lot of people's brains fried, and that's why I'm like, one thing about it, I don't trust social media as far as I can throw it, because I've seen so much. Like, when you know people in real life, and when you know just stuff, you just be like, everything is just, that's how all the more just like fake everything seems, especially when it's just like, you got all these friends, but you talk about them in real life. Like, these big friend groups don't be what they seem. 9 times out of 10, they all talk about each other, or these two talk about these two off to the side. These two talk about this one when this one is not around. It's not all that it's chalked up to be, and then that's too many birthdays to remember, too much stuff going on. So don't let social media fool you. A lot of y'all be letting these loving friendships, or these 5-second snippets that y'all see, y'all be letting that dictate the fact of like, oh, I want a friendship. Like, but do you know what's the driving factor behind this friendship? Do you know why these two are really friends? Like, you never know, because beware, there's people out here that will just be your friend just to be in proximity of you and your light, your personality, you, and the perks that just comes with being close to you. You never know. People and their intentions, no matter how pure and how good, I was just telling my cousin this, no matter how good, no matter how pure, good-hearted your intentions may be, not everybody is you, and not everybody has those same intentions. We live in a world where it's the world. It's the world. So it's like, you cannot expect everyone to be like you. It's just not realistic. It's not realistic, and that's not the world that we live in. Not everybody has good intentions. Not everybody has a good heart. It just is what it is. But that's up to us to discern, to pray, and to ask God constantly to keep showing us the way, keep showing us the truth. It just really depends. Like, making friendships as an adult, making just connections as an adult, it can be a huge hit or miss. But just, if you are a people person, never let your interactions with bad people stop that. Never let bad people mishandling you. Don't ever let that make you harden your heart at being a good person, or just being who you are, just because they are who they are, because they'll get dealt with. So that's them. You be you. It always makes me think back to when I was going through that situation before I got fired from that job, and I was like behaving in a petty manner because the other girl was being petty. And I remember when one of the little middlemen, one of the henchmen, the middlemen, was like, I was like, well, she be being messy, so why can't I? And she was just like, because that's her. You're Debbie. You need to be Debbie. And I was like, well, Debbie wanted to be messy, and so that's what I did. And I was just like, but like, whole time thinking back on it, like, it had a deeper meaning. And I'm just like, yeah, but the whole time, that situation, it's okay, it's all right. But yeah. And lastly, the whole categorizing friends thing, when this first came up, it came up through like my therapist, I think, and my therapist was just like, oh, well, like, maybe that friend is just that friend that you can like Bible study with, or maybe that friend is just, not gonna lie, thinking back on it, I'm just like, that was not good advice. I feel like if you have to categorize your friends, they're not really friends. Like, I don't know, because me, I'm the type of friend where I be down for anything, just because I always love a good experience. I always love a good time, especially if it's just with my friend. Let's go do whatever, I don't really care. Like, but if you have to like seriously categorize your friends, like if y'all are only going to Pilates once every 2 weeks with each other, are y'all really friends? Because people who I deem as friends, I can call on you in a time of need. I can call on you for prayer if I need it. I can call on you for just simple things, or maybe if I just need a favor, like I can call on you and I can truly rely on you and you on me. So it's just like, if I have to categorize you, or if I have to put you in a category of, oh, this is my once a month coffee date friend, or this is my once a year conference friend, like, are we really friends? Are we really? So yeah, that's really all that I have to kind of say about that. And if you are trying to make friends as an adult, as a 20-something, as an adult teen, just, man, always guard your heart, but still love. Guard your heart, spread your love, spread your light, and just be yourself and actually get out of the house and go places. You don't have to go just to like random places, but just go do the things that you love to do, and go do new experiences. Go experience something new. Like I was just saying in my last video, when I was talking about activities and having fun, if you go and you just have fun and go do the things that you like to do, or things that you don't know if you like them, 9 times out of 10 you'll come across people that are doing the same, and you never know the connection that you could make doing those things. So you can always make a new friend. You never know, but you never know if you don't try. So yeah, I think that's all that I have on friendships. I hope this video wasn't too much all over the place, but I talk too much, so I'm very sorry. I think that's the last video that I have for today. This has been a lot. I've been doing too much filming. I think I'm starting to feel myself a little bit too much on camera, and my head is like super big. Like literally, I mean, my head is actually big. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this second episode of this Adulteen series. Thank you for tuning in, and bye.